Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing super well. I'm Alexa from Feel Naturally, and today I'm going to be sharing a homemade vegan flatbread recipe. I'm so excited to share this recipe with you guys because I freaking love making my own bread. It is actually more simple than it seems, and also the specific recipe, I made it super easy for you guys. There's no really equipment needed. Usually bread recipes call for a bread machine or a stand mixer, and you don't need any of that. I like to keep it really simple in the kitchen. Honestly, if I could just use my hands, that's the way I choose to go because I just get overwhelmed with too many appliances. And so this recipe is very simple. You only need a few ingredients, and it's so delicious. It is honestly, it tastes like restaurant, but honestly better than restaurant bread. It's just so fresh and fluffy and just literally perfection. So very excited to share this recipe with you guys. Also, just wanted to point out, yes, we're in a new kitchen. All the future recipe videos will be filmed in my new kitchen. I'm so excited. My boyfriend and I just moved into our new place. We are just so in love with our new place. I'm especially in love with our kitchen. For the first time in my life, I have my own kitchen, which is like a dream. I'm so excited. And so also I wanted to let you guys know that if you're interested, I'm going to be filming an apartment tour very soon, as well as like a pantry and fridge tour that is of course all vegan. So that's going to be really helpful for some of you guys who are really interested in like transitioning to the vegan lifestyle or maybe just need more ideas. So that's going to be coming very soon, so make sure to subscribe if you guys want to stay in the loop of everything. So yeah, let's just jump into the recipe video. I'm very excited about this one, you guys, and I'll see you guys at the end. So the first step is measuring out some almond milk. You can use any non-dairy milk, but just make sure to use unsweetened. And then I go ahead and place it in the microwave for about 30 to 45 seconds, just until it's about lukewarm. From there, I grab some cane sugar. Now here you can also do coconut sugar. I've used coconut sugar and it works perfectly fine, but this is organic cane sugar, and I measure out 2 tablespoons of cane sugar, and then I whisk it into the warm milk just until it dissolves. I then open 1 packet of active dry yeast and evenly sprinkle it on top of the almond milk. At this point, you don't want to stir it or really mess with this mixture. You just want to set this bowl aside for about 10 minutes, and you'll see little bubbles begin to form on top, and that means it is activated. So while you set that aside, you're going to prepare the next ingredients. So here I'm using Earth Balance vegan butter, but you can use any other vegan butter you can find. I melt 2 tablespoons of the vegan butter in the microwave. This takes about 15 to 30 seconds. I then go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt to the vegan butter, whisk that in, and then combine the vegan melted butter with the almond milk mixture. Whisk that together, and now it's time for the flour. Now you're going to make sure you use bread flour. It's different from using all-purpose flour. So make sure you get the right flour for this flatbread. The best way to measure out flour is by scooping the flour into your measuring cup just to make sure that everything is even. So here I'm measuring it out with a spoon, and then I level it off with the back of my spoon, sprinkle it into my wet mixture, and I do this a cup at a time, mix in between, and then continue to do it until I have added all the flour in. You'll start to notice that the mixture is pretty sticky, and don't worry, you can add more flour than what the recipe calls for, but you also have to be really patient with this. You gotta keep mixing, and you have to get your hands in there. This is actually my favorite part. I think it's so therapeutic. So this is going to take about 5 to 7 minutes of kneading, so you're definitely going to get an arm workout in, but I promise you, once you reach that soft dough texture, you're going to be so happy, and it's so worth it. So here I'm taking off my rings, of course. Do not wear like any nice rings while you're doing this. And like I said, you're going to be patient with it, keep kneading, play some music, maybe put on a little timer just so that you know that you've kneaded it enough. Also super important is to keep a little bit of flour on the side in a measuring cup and just add it throughout the process of kneading. Just in case it's just a little too sticky, you want to add a little bit of flour throughout so that it makes it easier to handle and knead. After a few minutes of kneading, you'll begin to notice that the ball of dough will become less sticky, your hands will become less messy, and you will have a soft, malleable piece of dough that you can kind of shape, and it's a lot smoother. So that's kind of an indication that you're ready to go. So you're going to take a clean bowl and grease it up with a little bit of avocado oil or olive oil. Evenly spread it with your hands, and then you're going to grab your ball of dough and place it into the bowl. I like to take a little bit of the excess oil and rub it onto the dough as well. I then take a kitchen towel and I cover the dough and let it rest on my countertop for about an hour to an hour and a half so that it can double in size and rise. This is by far the most satisfying part of making bread, when your dough has doubled in size and you can give it a big punch in the middle. I don't know why or what it is about this part, but I love it. Your dough becomes so soft and easy to work with. So you're going to take it out of your bowl and knead it for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. I sprinkle some flour on a clean working surface, and then I will kind of twist off a piece of the dough. At this point, you can actually also divide the whole mound of dough into 8 to 10 even-ish pieces. That way your flatbreads are all around the same size, but I honestly don't mind having them all different shapes and sizes. So we just moved into our new place and I realized that we never bought a rolling pin, so I had to get creative and I'm using a jar of pepperoncinis. Honestly, you guys, you don't really need to have a rolling pin. You can use a wine bottle or a jar from your fridge like I did, and it works just fine. So what I do is I drizzle a little bit of avocado oil into a grill pan, and then I put my flatbread onto the hot pan. You want to cook your flatbread for about 1 to 2 minutes on both sides. You'll find that as you make more and more, you will kind of figure out the thickness that you want and also the size that you prefer. Not everything has to be perfect. I find that all my flatbread always looks so different, but that's totally fine. It all tastes delicious. I also like to sprinkle a little bit of pink Himalayan salt on one side. I just find that it gives it a nice little touch. Just going to repeat it until all the dough is used up. And then for final little touches, I sometimes like to put a little bit of garlic powder on, garlic salt, onion salt, a little bit of fresh herbs for garnish. And that is how you make vegan homemade flatbread that is so soft, chewy, delicious, and so perfect. Alrighty guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please let me know if you guys make it. Make sure to take a photo if you do make the recipe and to tag me on Instagram at AlexaFeelNaturally. It literally makes my day. It makes me so happy to see your guys' recreations. Also, make sure to subscribe if you guys want to see more videos. Make sure to give this video a like if you guys really enjoyed it. I will leave the full recipe down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!